There are a million ways to make it on YouTube. No niche is too ridiculous, and perhaps the best example of that is the mukbang. If you're not familiar with mukbangs, it's when somebody eats lots of food while an audience watches. Pretty self-explanatory, but also an enigma. Why would somebody watch someone eat, and how could you ever reach almost 900,000 subscribers based on that idea? Perhaps that is the magic of the mukbang. Today, we're looking at a YouTuber, Kimi, who started posting about 6 years ago in 2015. By early 2017, she grew her following to 394,000. That's almost 400,000 subscribers in less than 2 years. What are Kimi's business secrets? Is she monetizing as much as she could be? Will she eat too much Dungeness crab? All of this and more will be answered as we dive into the ups, the downs, the ins, and the outs of South Korean YouTuber Kimi. Let's analyze her success. Alright, to start, Kimi's lifetime subscribers are around 895,000, which is pretty substantial, wouldn't you say? Her lifetime views are 198,762,000. Clearly, she has been pretty successful over the years. However, her peak was it was around 3 to 5 years ago, in that range. Now she's pulling in the last 6 months, about 1.63 million views. And, you know, this isn't to criticize her by any means. In fact, going through her channel, I saw quite a transformation. So her first video was a mukbang video where she's just eating in her room and just kind of enjoying the food, giving like close-ups to the camera about, you know, some delicious fried tofu she's eating. That first video got well over 100,000 views. It was, I believe, 160,000 views. And from there, she just kept releasing mukbang videos. And eventually, within like 2 years, as we talked about earlier, she had amassed 400,000 subscribers. Now, nowadays, she does a lot of camping videos. It's her vlogging, hanging out with her fiance, really just kind of overall living her life and not trying too hard to fit the mukbang mold. Her videos do still involve eating lots of food, but she has transformed. And Augie, I'm wondering, like, do you think there's a reason for this? Did she get tired of mukbang? Do you think this was a mistake on her part? Is she throwing dollars away? How do you feel about this?
Yeah, you know, my guess is that she ran into what you and I and so many other YouTube creators have run into, and that's just like that writer's block, right? She's that creativity that she probably was struggling with, and she probably just got sick of making those kind of videos. I mean, if you think about it, that's a lot of videos over the past years. I can see on her channel here she has, you know, 671 videos. So she's, you know, within a year or two, she'll be closing in on 1,000 videos. So I guess my guess is that she kind of just got sick of that because they were working. Right? They were working. I would even call it hyper growth. First 2 years, 400,000 plus subscribers. That's almost insane. And, you know, lately, you know, in the past month, I can see here in, you know, January of 2022, 345,000 views when just back, you know, about little over 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, March of 2019, she got almost 4 million views in a month. So I do think it was a mistake. I don't think she's looking at her analytics and recognizing what videos her audience really wants. But at the same time, I totally get it. That writer's block, that creativity, or you just get so sick of, for me, making another crossover video in the basketball world. How to do a crossover. Like, how many times can I do that? So I'm sure that's what she felt.
Totally. And so I was kind of going through a lot of her vlogs. I tried to watch a lot of her early stuff, middle stuff, more recent stuff. And one thing I noticed is she talks in her recent videos about not wanting to feel the pressure of just always eating when the camera's on. So yeah. To me, it's pretty clear that she felt I guess, kind of trapped in this sort of unhealthy habit of like needing to perform for the camera, which in her case, what worked was just eating a bunch of food and getting millions of views. And I think, like, just by what she was saying, it kind of created a sort of, I don't want to say identity crisis because, you know, I don't want to put words in her mouth, but clearly she felt like, who am I? Am I just the person who stuffs her face on camera? Am I more than this? And now her latest videos, in my opinion, are actually super dope. So she'll go out camping in like 0-degree weather, either by herself or with her fiance. I believe it's fiance. I hope I'm not getting that wrong. But they go out and they just enjoy nature, and they have a pretty dedicated audience of over like at least 30,000 people who will show up for any of these videos. And I find them super interesting. They're very chill. They're pretty relaxed. And so, I mean, as far as like finances, yeah, she's not making as much as she could if she just kept the, you know, the mukbang going. But I mean, you know, I'm sure most people would understand wanting to change it up after so many years. So I totally support her decision. And yeah, like, so Augie, have you noticed like how she's monetizing her channel, or like what her strategies have been? Do you think she has made as much money as she possibly could during the height of her fame? How do you feel about this?
Yeah, no, she's definitely just focused on making her videos and not too focused on the monetization part, which is totally fine. I mean, sometimes that can work better if you're able to pull in those kind of views, right? Like if you're able to get those, you know, 20 million view months and stuff. Like, I mean, she was, you know, 2.5 years ago having a 4 million view month. That's pretty major. I'm sure her AdSense revenue was good that month, but the problem is that now her monetization is, or not her monetization, but her views are going down. And like I said, in these past few months, I mean, I'm looking at a month right here, 290,000 views, 200,000 views, 190,000 views. These are like recent months where, you know, her AdSense paycheck was probably pretty small. I mean, let's just be real. At 200,000 views, you're probably getting anywhere from, let's just say she's got like an average $5 CPM. So that's not that much. That's, I don't know, what is that, 200,000? So it's like $2,000 maybe, or not even, maybe 2,000.
Yeah, somewhere between 200 and 2,000. We'll say $1,000.
Right. So, you know, for me, in looking at the videos she's made and all this kind of stuff, she should be really targeting brand deals, sponsorships in all of her videos. I mean, if you're going to do a video eating McDonald's food or something, like, you should already have a McDonald's brand deal lined up for that video. And with whatever you're eating, right? Reach out to these future, you know, these companies and try to land these brand deals, and then go and make videos on them. And, you know, that's like a win-win, because not only is she able just to create the regular content that her audience loves. It's not like you're going and creating some video just for the brand deal, right? It's your audience loves these mukbang food videos. And so you're able to get the brand deal and do that as well. You know, another thing she could be doing is like just more like review type stuff. I think that's kind of like a type of content she's missing, like food reviews, right? So I think you know, these new videos that she's making, these, you know, camping overnight in the snow or whatever, like, these are good video topics that do well. But I think the problem right now is just like the audience didn't come for that. The OG subscribers, you know, they want the mukbang videos. So, you know, how, and she can stick with these too, but like, how do you keep both happy? You know, like, you can't just totally cut out the mukbangs. I would be like more mukbang, and then once your audience starts to, and then you include these other ones, and once your audience starts to like kind of shift a little bit, maybe you're up to like 1 million subscribers now, and the new 100,000 of them are really like the outdoors videos, then you can kind of go dive into those a little bit deeper.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah. And I think she seems to me to be kind of a purist, in the sense of she's not really trying to make as much money as possible. Going through all of her older videos, her kind of middle of her YouTube career videos, there's basically no affiliate links. There was no sponsorships. It was just raw ad revenue. That was her way of making money. And I think, you know, she's the type of person who just likes living her life and kind of making videos for the fun of it. And now she has decided that the fun lies in vlogging and camping and just kind of like making these chill videos, which, by the way, do still involve like eating delicious food. But like all of her videos still, like, she will at some point be eating food or cooking food or what have you. But I think she's gone the purest route. However, in her recent videos, her camping videos, she does have what looks to be affiliate links for like camping gear, which a lot of that can be pretty pricey. So she may be making some decent money off of that as well. I also think I'm interested to see where her channel goes, because I've actually done a similar thing that she's done. So obviously she transitioned from pure mukbang content to more vlog style content. I, on the other hand, my channel Treesicle, which is a video game channel for those who don't know, we got big by covering a certain genre of games that I eventually got sick of. The genre was indie horror, and it's, well, sorry, I still like the genre, but there was one franchise in particular called Five Nights at Freddy's that we hit over and over and over and over and over again. And then I made a vow to never make a video on that franchise ever again. I have not regretted it. Did the views go down? Absolutely. Did I make less money? Absolutely. But here I am, a more whole, better version, happier version of myself. And hey, the future is still unfolding. Who knows? Maybe I'll be more famous than ever before because I'm staying true to myself, so to speak. But it'll take some time to make it happen. And hopefully for Kimi, it'll be the same thing. And, you know, I just want to see her making a comfortable living and doing well. And, yeah, I like her style. I like what she's doing. And I want the best for her.
Yeah. And, you know, with all that said, one thing I know for sure is she'll end up winning in the end if she just continues to make videos, you know, regardless of whether she's making, you know, this new genre or mukbang. Like, if she just sticks with it, she's going to win in the end, and her views will eventually go back up. You know, the YouTube algorithm will start to, you know, promote her videos to a little bit of a different audience. You know, right now, you think about it, all the people that go and watch these food videos, these mukbang videos, you know, log into YouTube maybe the next day, and the YouTube, and she released a brand new video, so the algorithm's going to promote that camping video to them. They're going to look at it and they're going to say, camping, you know, I'm not really into that. I'm not going to click on that video. And that's probably why her views have started to kind of go down, because people, you know, the algorithm's thinking, well, you know, she's not making good videos anymore. People don't like them. But eventually the algorithm will learn that, no, just stop promoting straight to all these mukbang fans. And, you know, that genre, that camping in the cold and stuff, that's actually a really big genre that I watch all the time. The ones that I watch are normally camping in my truck. Like, somebody will have just like a flatbed truck in negative 18-degree weather or something like that, and they'll sleep in the bed of their truck with a little camper shell on there. It's all decked out in there, you know, with heating devices and all that kind of stuff. And those videos do great, and I really enjoy them. And it sounds like she's kind of transitioning to that genre, which the YouTube algorithm just needs to catch up. That's all, in my opinion.
Totally. Yeah, I completely agree. And some of it, too, could be, like, the algorithm needs to catch up. She also maybe is still finding her voice in this new frontier of video style. You know, sometimes it's like the stars need to align, and maybe they haven't quite aligned yet. And either way, I am happy to see she has affiliate links. And when you mentioned like getting a McDonald's sponsorship, and if you're gonna eat food, you may as well like contact the company whose food you're gonna eat. I think that's a great idea. She could still be doing way more of that, because I mean, she's still eating food, and I mean, she could get sponsored by a fried rice company, whatever. Like, she's always making like these amazing meals that I'm so jealous of. Like, I was like, before this podcast, I was looking at her videos, and I basically haven't eaten today, and oh my god.
Yeah. And you know what, the one thing that's just popped in my mind, I don't know if they have one or not, is like Uber Eats. Does Uber Eats and like DoorDash and all these ones, do they have affiliate programs? Do they do sponsorships? Do they do brand deals? Because that would be like a perfect match.
Yeah, they absolutely do, and I totally agree. And it would be easy too, because especially with affiliate links have been blowing my mind recently. Because the thing about sponsors is they're great, but they usually are like, hey, we need you to have a 1 minute and 30-second ad, 2 minutes into the video, and blah 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 blah. But if you just have an affiliate link, you can be like, hey, link in the description, I get money, DoorDash, love DoorDash, food is great, I like food, you like food, and then you move on. So, her having affiliate links, again, I'm excited, because that's all it takes to make good money.
Totally agree. All right, so hey, I was just looking through her videos and kind of comparing it to her Social Blade. I'm going to go ahead and share her Social Blade real quick, so everyone can kind of get an idea about when her kind of dip, I guess you could say, happened. If you look, you know, she was, like I said earlier, in March of 2019, she got about 4 million views that month. The next month, she got about 3 million views. The next month, 2.7 million views. The month after that, 2.3 million views, down to 2.3 again, down to 1.7. So we're under 2 million views in just about 6 months. And then about 6 months forward from that, she had, you know, 463,000 views in a month. So whenever I see this, I like to like go back and look at the channel and kind of look at the time, like what kind of videos was she releasing during that time period. And as I was looking through that, I saw like she started to release vlogs. So around December of 2019, she just released a video called like vlog number 1. Let me double check the name of it. Vlog number 1, working 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then a bunch of names of food: instant cheese, corn dogs, spicy rice cakes. And she went on this vlogging journey for a little bit, where it was like vlog 1, and the next video is vlog 2, next video is a food one, and then another vlog 3, vlog 4, vlog 5, vlog 6. And one of the problems I can see right now with these, and I'll go ahead and share it real quick, is that the titles just are not that great. I mean, vlog 1 as a title, as the first word in your video title, is never a good look for SEO or even just for like getting high click-through rate. So let's go ahead and share that real quick. There it is. And this is really about the time where she kind of just plateaued and it started to go down, and it just kind of stayed down. And these are all just vlogs. Vlog, spicy rice. And you can see the views here on the vlogs are you know, 45,000 right here, 45,000 right here, 45,000 right here, 43,000. The vlog 70,000. So not that the vlogs are performing terribly, but I mean, you got to remember, she's got a lot of subscribers at that point. You know, here's the one with 100,000, but none of these are breakthrough videos, right? And that's what you want to do. You want to create these banger videos that, you know, get promoted out through the algorithm. And you can see that once she kind of switched it up and went back to these mukbang, how to enjoy fire noodles with a great thumbnail, 106,000 views. And yeah, right here, look at her videos are only getting about 30,000. I can check the date on this one, 30,000. And the title is Camp Mukbang Vlog number 1. So she's really struggling. And that one's August 17th of 2021. So if I check the dates on that one, 2021, yeah, that was a 350,000 view month. So all in all, I would say that she, you know, going away and going to this vlogging type stuff was a good experiment, but I would be reactionary on that and say, oh, okay, people aren't really liking this as much. So that'd be like one piece of advice that I would give her if I was to, you know, meet with her and talk about her channel.
Sure. So let's say let's say you're in Kimi's position recently, and you decide you want to do more vlogs, and that this is very important to you. What advice would you give to somebody who wants to make a big change to their YouTube presence like that? Like, how do you think she could have gone about this transition more smoothly?
Yeah, that's a good question. I would say, you know, number one, like I mentioned, the titles. Like she can stick with better titles, and like, you know, everybody wants food, so why not just stick with it? And then when they click on the video, okay, it's a little bit of a vlog, but we know that the food's still going to be a part of it. So at least you're going to get the click. And, you know, like you said, the vlogs are actually very enjoyable to watch. So maybe that would, you know, maybe people are just looking at these titles and be like, vlog, and not even clicking on it. Although there is food in there, although there is, you know, really good content, but people just aren't clicking on it. And then also like these thumbnails, like some of these thumbnails are just not good at all. I can see like some of these videos have like 106,000. And it has a good thumbnail, like really, you know, her face almost about to take a bite of the food. Stuff like that is, you know, it works well for her, I can tell. But some of these vlog ones are just like, you know, I'm looking at 4 pictures of her on the thumbnail, just really small. And then there's text on there that says like 24-hour vlog. And that's just not going to get the click.
Sure. Yeah. And another piece of advice I would have. So yes, better thumbnails, like using the mukbang marketing, but kind of doing a switcheroo with the type of content that you're actually getting. These are both great ideas. Another option is to make a totally new channel specifically for vlog content. And I would even say call it something that isn't a vlog. To me, vlog can, even if it's not corny, that just the name can be, I don't know, it's like overused or something. Yeah. But even just forgetting that, I think making a totally new channel could have helped her a lot instead of just posting to her current one. And then obviously if she felt the desire to make a mukbang, even though she only wants to do it occasionally, she can just upload it to her original channel. She actually does have an ASMR channel, which she hasn't posted to for 2 years, and it seems like she got rid of some videos on there. But even though that content is quite different than what she got big for, she was pulling in like hundreds of thousands of views for that channel, like for each video. So she's already proven that she can make a totally new channel and her audience will follow her. But because of the way YouTube works, if your content is too varied on your channel, unless you're like a totally special snowflake who can make this work, it's going to be a lot harder to thrive on YouTube if you're posting mukbangs and vlogs, because it's just the type of people who want to watch those two things are different. So they're like, only one group is going to tune into your channel at a time. And that's going to tell YouTube, oh, not very many of my subscribers are engaging, therefore these videos aren't as interesting, therefore they're not going to, YouTube is not going to promote those videos as much. So yes, making a second channel dedicated to whatever your heart wants to do is my recommendation.
Yeah, that's a great piece of advice. And this whole vlog thing, I've witnessed it myself. I had a basketball training channel, which was all, you know, basketball training tutorials, and I experimented with vlogs. I would make vlogs, and they were good. I thought they were good, and I put a lot of work into them. They were highly edited. There were storylines in them. I'm like, these are going to be amazing. These are going to blow up, and they did terrible. And I honestly think it's because people just don't click on them. That, you know, when they see them, they're like, oh, great, another video from Augie, yes. And they look at it and they're like, a day in the life. Wait, I'm not going to learn how to shoot a jump shot in that video. I'm not going to, you know, that's what I came for. So they don't even click on it. And like my videos would get like, you know, 5,000 to 10,000 views on average, sometimes a little bit more, but that'd be like an average. And these videos were getting like 1,000 to 2,000 views. And so that's the only thing I lived it myself. So yeah,
totally. Yeah. And I mean, so you were calling your videos like a day in the life. Were you using vlog in the title or anything, like the word vlog?
No, I don't think I was using the word vlog, but they were just like, it was like, you know, training 2 kids and then a day at the beach, you know, or something like that. And it would be like me working out some kids. There was still it was still basketball content, but it wasn't like, all right, this is what you do, A, B, C, D, and then do that and you'll be better. You know, it was more like just free flowing vlog stuff.
Right on. Yeah. And like, that's always tricky because, you know, you want to expand your horizons. But it's, I always recommend just like really experimenting with titles. Like, I mean, not that I would ever expect you to title your video something like this, but like how a real basketball player coaches kids, you know, like just kind of make it sort of hammy and like avoid the sort of corny words day in the life vlog, and try to like keep it fresh, like ask an important question, like what is the thesis of this video, what is the takeaway that you want people to have. You can put that in the title, and I think that is usually a more engaging way of doing things than just kind of like the day in the life vlog, blah blah blah, you know.
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree. I'm actually looking at her channel right now, and I sorted her videos from most popular, and you know, none of her vlogs are up here. You know, a lot of these are actually her older videos from like 4, 5, or 6 years ago. But I mean, like her most viewed video has 6.3 million views. That's a ton, and it's corn mozzarella fondue. And her thumbnail is her sitting in front of this like hot plate or something with like just a ton of food on it. Not like a great title or thumbnail, but you know, it's 25 minutes long, so I'm guessing her view duration on that is incredible. But all these thumbnails here in her most popular is just her sitting with a giant amount of food in front of her, and her about to dig in. So like that's the formula that she should stick with. And you know, if I scroll down to like other ones, I can see like they went away from that. You know, those thumbnails are totally different now.
Yeah, it's always interesting to like see these old videos that are super huge, and because when a special thing can happen where people start YouTube and they're pure, they just kind of, this would be fun, they make it explodes, and now all of a sudden they have this following. To me, this seems like what happened to her, where she was like, yeah, I could eat some food and talk to a camera. That sounds like a good time. And then all of a sudden, like a business starts sprouting up from her literally just eating food and having fun and pressing record. And there's like this pressure, this weird identity that you start building around your YouTube presence. And I think she's navigating this as best as she can. But I did just kind of want to throw that out there, that there is kind of a weird mind game that can happen with all this. And I totally understand why she would want to make a transition of this sort. Whether or not she made it as graceful as she could is, you know, up for debate. I certainly could have made a better transition. You know, we're all figuring this out.
Yeah, and you can't blame her. I mean, it's a tough thing to like eat a ton of food like every other day to make a video. I mean, on your health, right? I mean, at what point do you say like my health is more important than views, right? And I always think this too about like even like the opposite end of the spectrum, like fitness channels and stuff. Like, at what point are you just exhausted and you're like, oh, I gotta go do a bunch of high knees in front of a camera in my bedroom for like 2 hours right now, and then you record the whole thing and you're like, dang it, the microphone was off. Like, there's no audio. As a YouTube creator, right, we've all shot that video where the microphone's off and you're just like, no. I just spent like 6 hours making videos and my microphone was off the whole time. But anyways, yeah, like, so what kind of like content are you creating? Like, can you sustain that for years? You know, and I mean, 6 years ago. So, I mean, how many years was she just doing these eating things? Where probably like 4 years straight, just diving into like giant piles of noodles and eggs and just all this stuff, you know, like, yeah, that's not a sustainable thing.
Oh, totally. So it's funny. There's actually a YouTuber who got big off mukbangs, and instead of transitioning like Kimi did to kind of more sustainable, wholesome content, you could say, he just embraced it. So his name is nakatoavocado. Have you heard of him?
No, I haven't. No.
So he was originally like a vegan kind of health YouTuber, and then he dipped his toes into the mukbang genre, and the videos did really well. And then he just kind of slowly kept upping the ante on these mukbangs, like eating 3 pizzas at once, eating 7 boxes of Parmesan bites, and then drinking like a liter of Coke. And now he is a big boy, let me tell you. He has he completely wrecked his health for views, and it is working very well. People are covering him. They're like, this isn't right. He's a bad influence. He's terrible. Meanwhile, millions and millions of eyeballs are like watching news stories about him or watching him. He even has an OnlyFans where he, I assume posts very lovely pictures of his body, and he's embracing the meme. I don't know, and it's I'm happy for Kimi. I think she's living life right instead of going too far into something that maybe isn't worth jumping headfirst into. You know?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And like I said earlier, like if she sticks with it, no matter what kind of video she creates, she's gonna succeed because she's got this huge base already. She's closing in on 1 million. Eventually, one of these other kind of videos I think will pop. As long as she can get those titles and thumbnails right, man. If she can get the titles and thumbnails right, because the content's good and it does have food and it is more entertaining. But I think she's just killing it with those titles and thumbnails.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's like she's just got to make it click and it's all going to work, I think. Yep. So one thing I found really interesting about her videos is they often feature her partner. Who goes by Dong. He actually has a YouTube channel called Dong Giggity. Dong Diggity. There we go. Dong Diggity. They have a great rapport in their videos. Like whenever they're together eating sushi, they're like cracking jokes and kind of giving each other shit. I don't know if I can swear, but they banter and it's entertaining. Do you think that this added a level of depth to her videos that maybe wouldn't have been there, Augie? Like, is having an amusing relationship the secret of success on YouTube?
Actually, I think it is. I don't know if it's the secret to success, but I think it adds a lot. I mean, when I was making videos, I was always, and even in my comments, they would say, you should have other people in your videos when I'm doing these basketball training tutorials. It was always just me by myself. And I'm like, if you're guarding somebody here, like couldn't really demonstrate how I wanted to and stuff. And so that adding other people, I think, is always beneficial. But for her type of content, I think adding other people is good for like the story, right? Like we always talk on YouTube, like your goal is to get people to continue watching the video all the way through. One of the best ways to do that is through story. Because, right, as humans, we find stories interesting. They hook us in, they make us want to watch and see the ending, basically. So how can she use him to create more story, just to make the videos more entertaining? Whenever I think of like creating story with other people, I always think of like David Dobrik, who's like a super famous YouTuber who created like 4-minute and 20-second vlogs. And he basically like had all these other people in his videos, his friends really, that he like specifically gave them roles. Like, hey, you're the slut. Like that's your role in all these videos. Seriously, like he's even told her, and you can totally tell by watching. Like, so she makes all these like super like out of pocket, inappropriate jokes, and like that she's really not like that in real life. But that's her role. That's her. It's almost like the show Friends on TV. And then he's got another guy who's kind of like the dumb one. The other guy who's kind of like the old guy that they crack jokes on. Another guy's kind of like the overweight guy that they crack jokes on. And so they all have like this role that helps build this story that makes everything just so much more entertaining.
Totally. And that kind of brings up an interesting philosophical question of like, so there's the business aspect of YouTube, the grind, as they say. You put in the hours, you're going to be successful, right? But then there's also this other kind of like soft skill of maintaining relationships in your life that are meaningful, that happen to be kind of entertaining to watch. It's like you want to be someone who is fulfilled enough, or kind of you have your emotions in balance enough to maintain these important relationships. And clearly that has helped her success, even though I'm sure her main goal was just to, date somebody who she cares about and he cares about her. But somehow it ended up making her videos better. And I think that is a beautiful, wholesome thing.
Yeah, totally agree.
So, all in all, we have gone over Kimi's journey from mukbang star to professional vlogger and hardcore camper, and it's been very interesting to see how she has dealt with her fame, how it's affected her relationships, how she's been able to incorporate her relationship into her content and really make things work for her. We've given some constructive criticism on how she can make more money using sponsorships for food that she's eating, using more affiliate links, which she is now doing, but perhaps she could do it more. We've gone over her journey, we've given advice, and now she still has a dedicated audience of about 30,000 people who will watch virtually anything she puts out, which is very impressive. I'm happy she's transitioned to a more sustainable career choice that is healthy for her soul. My only advice is to up the number of sponsorships and affiliate links to better monetize her dedicated audience. Surely these people would buy things that she is selling because they trust her, they like her, they think she's great. I've read lots of comments on her channel. People really love her. Her audience is like, they're all about her. I respect that. I think it's beautiful. And, you know, I think there's a two-way beneficial relationship that could be utilized a little more here. Kimi was able to capitalize on the mukbang trend of yesteryear, though the trend is by no means gone, and now she's able to stay in touch with her audience by vlogging cool trips with her floofy dog and her cool partner. What a YouTube career, and I'm stoked that we got the chance to talk about her. Great job, Kimi, and I'm stoked to see where she goes next. And that's a wrap. Thank you, everyone, so much for watching. If you're listening on iTunes or YouTube, make sure to hit subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.